How's it going, guys? Welcome to a very special video. This is Active Month for us here at Bonsai Vapors, and we are kind of hosting a series of interviews with some of the most active people in the entire vape industry. I'm very excited to announce that we have Mr. Stefan Didak here. He's going to be, giving us a little bit of insight on the entire vape community and the vape industry as a whole. Stefan is from the NotBlowingSmoke organization, started in, was that 2014?
March last year, yep.
Yeah, so March of 2014. Stefan, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with us. Give us a little bit of background about yourself and kind of tell us how you got involved with the NotBlowingSmoke organization.
First of all, thank you for having me. And how it basically got started was that I had inside information that the California Department of Public Health was going to launch this smear campaign on vaping. Mm-hmm. And I had about 2 days to come up with something as an answer. And what I did is I built the NotBlowingSmoke site based on a little bit of early information. Mm-hmm. And what happened next was just sort of something I didn't expect, because this was just meant to be a slap back to them. What I didn't expect was for it to blow up this big, and then a few months later, us deciding to turn this into a full-blown non-profit organization and doing the things we're doing now. That was totally not part of the plan.
Still Blowing Smoke was a huge slap in the face to our industry. And it was like almost instantaneous. I think the first place I saw Not Blowing Smoke was on Reddit. And it was kind of instantaneous that you guys were at the forefront, combating the slander that was being pushed against us. Was there any type of strategy that you had put in place, or was it just kind of, hey, we're going to put this out there and see what happens?
Well, there was sort of a strategy. Apart from not sleeping for 38 hours and building the website and not being quite finished to the point where I wanted to have it, the strategy was to launch the website pretty much within the same few minutes that the Still Blowing Smoke campaign would launch. We managed to do that, and the thing that a lot of people overlook is that everybody always thinks that I just built it and put it out there and it took off. In reality, in the background, I contacted about 100 or so of my closest friends in vaping, the people I trust the most. Mm-hmm. And I asked them for help pushing this on their social media streams, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. And I provided them with very clear instructions. So these people were actually in the know of what I was trying to do. And it's those people who were instrumental in pushing it out that very minute that Still Blowing Smoke launched their campaign. While you can build a website and put it out there, the thing that made it happen, the thing that made it blow up the way it did, is the community.
We all know regulation is coming. We're all aware of the turmoil that it's going to cause. What are some things you're advising to have us be a little bit more prepared? And what are things we can do to kind of, soften the blow when the hammer comes down?
Wow, that's a difficult question. I'm pretty sure everybody is sort of aware that the FDA deeming regs were passed on to OMB. They're looking at it. They've been having their meetings. They might be asking for a 30-day extension. At the earliest, I think any public information coming out at this point would be somewhere April or May. But the real big problem is that nobody knows what the current final regulations actually look like. So it's difficult to advise people to do anything specific at this point. Mm-hmm. But as everybody probably understands, once the news about the final regs comes out, there is a very high potential for chaos, confusion, and panic. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that either the community or the industry can afford that level of panic that might break out. So one of the things we've been doing with Not Blowing Smoke is launching a new website called fdaregs.info. And what we plan to do with that is simplify the final regulations in a way that everybody can understand what it means,
Right.
understand what to do, and hopefully curb a lot of the panic that might happen after publication.
We here at Bonsai, are we're fully invested in you and everything you do, and we believe in not blowing smoke. Have you encountered many doubters or haters that are either saying that what you're doing is doing nothing or it's just not enough? And how do you kind of combat that?
You know what? Most of the people I interact with, most of the people I meet, are extremely supportive, and it's this constant feeling of being overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
If it comes to doubters and feeling that what we're doing is not enough, I know at least one person who's the worst when it comes to that, and that's probably me, because I constantly want to do more.
Right,
there are so many things I would like to do. The problem is always that we're a very small skeleton crew.
Mm-hmm.
Two of our team members have full-time jobs,
Right.
so they can't dedicate all their time to this.
Right.
And there's only 24 hours in a day, and I'm spending about 16 to 20 of them on advocacy-related stuff and not blowing smoke these days.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so much that could be done, needs to be done, and one of the things I'm going to try and do is after this month, when we're hitting the final production stages of the campaign that we plan on rolling out in February, I'm going to try and bring volunteers on board to help them help us and help them help everybody else, because at this point we need them.
What's your personal opinion on the vape community and the response that you garner when you push this content out? Do you feel like we could be doing more? Do you feel like we're doing an okay job?
We've had a lot of support, and I'm really excited and happy about it. Unfortunately, when it comes to the community aspect, everybody always refers to this vaping community, but there's no such thing as a vaping community. There's like many different kinds and many different types of vaping communities, which are not really that united. And while we've been able to reach various ones, we could all do more. And this is going to depend on being able to reach out to the largest vaping community out there that is not organized and not united at all. And those are all the vapors that go to their brick and mortar store, buy their e-liquid, buy their hardware, and are mostly not aware of what's really going on. Every now and then I walk into a brick and mortar store and run into the average vaping customer, and when the topic is anything about pending legislation, I often hear, "Oh, well, yeah, they're trying to do that, but it's not gonna happen." A lot of people are not aware about how serious this is, and those are the people we need to reach, because according to the CDC, we've got 9 million vapors. Can you imagine what a voting block that would be? Can you imagine if just 1 million of those would actually make a call when it's needed, or write a letter, or write an email? I mean, it's not like we're expecting them to meet with legislators around the clock and put in that level of effort, but that's the part of the community that is the hardest to reach, and the part that we absolutely need to get involved.
Any closing statements you'd like to give the audience?
Just one.
Go for it.
Pay attention in February, because we've been teasing everybody with a very blurred out statement, with a very blurred out logo, and everybody's been trying to guess what the words are. All I can say is that the people aware of the production and what we're trying to pull off, everybody gets goosebumps.
Wow.
And this is meant to go out there to the general public as part of an awareness campaign to let people know that vapor products are being unfairly treated, and why.
Right. I expect nothing but the best from you guys over there at NotBlowingSmoke.org. Stefan, thank you so much for taking time to be here with us. I
Thank
really
you.
do appreciate it. I hope to have you back sometime, and
Sure.
maybe we can do this again after February, after this whole thing launches. I'm really excited to see what it is. That's it for now, guys. If you want to learn more about Not Blowing Smoke, please visit notblowingsmoke.org. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. For bonsaivapors.com, I'm Brandon Beauchesne. Long live flavor.